Hi, guys. Welcome to the Sunday Talk Show. I'm Marlene of Living Your Best Life. Thank you guys so much for being here. Today, we're going to talk about this topic: where's your life headed? Please like it and share it. And before I do that, I got to shout out my members. My members are Dunamis Sound Mind Services, Be Amazing Sylvia, Edward Smart, Bozo Calvin Jr., Miss Kim's $5 Bling Emporium, I Am Tracy Lee, Marlin Music Channel, Tracy Ocean Fire 777, Advertising Junction Recipes and Shorts, Team Ranger 92308, Time with Tiffy, Thrill Seeks, Pittsburgh Artist Studio, Team Bill with Geo, Beverly Black, Barry Johnson, Boss Life Online, Tony Clopton, Melissa King, My Econ, Van Life with Gina, Pandy's Hair Candy, and more, and Jackie's World. Thank you guys so much for your membership. And anybody who is open to the membership, just click on that join button. I'd love to have you. All my members drop exclamation point member just as a thank you for your membership. So let's get started with the Best Life Crew song. Welcome, everybody. Like, comment, and share.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Hey guys, happy Sunday, and welcome to the Sunday Talk Show. I thank you guys so much for coming and being here, spending some time on your Sunday. Today's topic is going to be: where's your life headed? Yes, it's a good question. And before we get started into that, I'm going to welcome everybody who is in the chat. Welcome, guys. First in, my twin. Hey, twin. And we have Angela Critters. Hi, Angela. Welcome. Happy Sunday to you. I hope you're doing well. We got Boss Life Online. Hey, Boss Life Online. How are you doing? Boss Life Online. She's also Team Bill with Chio, Advertising Junction Recipes and Shorts. And we have a channel together, Information Girls, about YouTube information and more. So, guys, if you're a member, please drop exclamation point member, just another perk of your membership to thank you. We also have in Journey with Kiki. Hey, Kiki, how are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're doing great. Let's see. Hey, Casey, Detox Diva. Hey, sis. Casey has a great channel. If you guys don't know about Casey Detox Diva, yes. So, guys, I can't wait to talk to you guys about this topic. Yes, Boss Life Online dropped her the link to her channel. Yes, Kiki says she's doing okay. I'm doing great. I'm doing great on this Sunday. I appreciate you guys for being here. I just want to talk about this topic because I was thinking, when you're born, we're all born, and so begins the journey of our life. What are we going to do? Who are we going to be? Are we going to love ourselves? What is going to be the impact of our life? And I just thought it would be a great discussion to hear what different people think about this topic. I think it will be a great discussion. So, you guys, it's an open panel. So I'm going to drop the link. You guys are welcome to come up and talk. As long as you have you don't have to have your camera on. You could just be audio only, or you can show yourself if you want to. So you're welcome to come up. Let me paste that link. Okay. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about what I what I think about this topic, and the topic of course being, you know, where is your life headed? Where's your life headed? What is the direction of your life? Um why I wanted to do this topic is because I think sometimes, you're born, right? You're born, and then I think that people in your family, or people in your family, you're born into this family, and then a lot of times I believe that we are told what we should be. We're told what we should identify as, uh, what kind of things that we should do. People kind of tell us what to do in the beginning. But I wanted to cover this topic because I think it's important. At a certain point, we have to learn and decide whether or not we're going to follow the path of least resistance. And what I mean by that, follow the path of what other family members want for us, or are we going to make a decision and live for ourselves? Are you going to make a decision what I want to do? Who am I? Do I love myself? I'm going to love myself even if my family does not love me. So begins the journey of our life. And I feel that far too many people in life, they go through their whole life, they go through the journey, of how many years you live. And have you really learned to live a fulfilled life? Are you fulfilled? Are you happy? Are you doing the things that you want to do? Do you possess joy? Have you forgiven other people? Have you forgiven yourself? These are just some of the questions that I wanted to tackle today. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Hey, Finley River, welcome in. So good to see you. How you doing, Jeff? Hey, Charlene, how are you doing? Thank you so much for coming and being here. Let's see what other comments I missed. I don't think I missed anybody else. Yes, happy Sunday to you as well. Yeah, and I just feel like we were born one day and then, you know what I mean? So I'm going to invite up Boss Life Online, and I'm going to hear some of the things that she has to say. So let's welcome her to the Sunday Talk Show. Hey.
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 How y'all doing down there in that chat?
So, Gio, this is the question that I posed. What do you think about this topic?
Well,
the topic. You want me to put it up for a second?
I think, yeah. Where's your life headed?
Right.
Wow,
that's a good what do you think? What do you think? Like question. Okay, the question. Okay, so when you were born,
No, I'm telling you. No, I'm telling you. Okay. That's a good question.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I understand the question. And my first thought was, yeah, that's a good question. And I would have to start back to when I did know where my life was headed. Okay. So when everything in my life was messed up and my mom had passed away and I just couldn't get over it. I could not deal with it. It was just too much. And sometimes when I think about it today, if I stay there, it'll be too much. But I have the tools today to move on. And that is one of the things that I'm so glad that I tackled and got straight in my life, so that if I did think about my mom, I can think about the good things and stuff like that and don't have to stay in that sadness, And so when I think about my life and where I'm headed, that is one thing I don't have to worry about anymore, because when I think about my mom, I don't have to stay in that grief. My life is headed out of it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And into something wonderful where I can think, oh, my mom used to dance with us. My mom. So that's where my life is headed with grief. I don't know if people can understand that, but I am grateful for that because I had to fight hard to be able to, you know what I'm saying, to be able to move forward and head in a different direction.
Okay, so the
Okay.
question that I
And
have for you, the question I have for you, Gio, is okay, so you say now that's where you're in the direction of where your life is headed. How were you able to get out of that? Because it's hard to when you're in that zone of, grief and pain. How do you move past to that next level?
well, I had a breakdown at work. I couldn't go anymore. It was just I had been praying for a couple of years also, and I asked God to help me through this, that this pain was too much and I didn't know how to act. I
Right.
didn't know why I was so mad all the time and nothing wasn't working. I couldn't finish nothing. So I kind of went back to my roots because I remember what my mom said when you don't know what to do, get on your knees and ask a power greater than yourself or whatever it is you guys believe in. And that's what I did. And I had been doing that for a couple of years. And so what happened was I had a breakdown at work and my boss came in and she talked to me. And then they sent me to a counselor at work. And she told me I couldn't go back to work until I went got myself a therapist. So that's
Right.
how, and when I started working with this therapist, honestly, that's when my life began to head in that direction. It began to head into really actually coping with my mom's death and how it happened and all of this stuff and moving into acceptance, okay? And moving into I couldn't have done nothing and moving into it wasn't my fault.
Yeah.
Okay.
I-
And when I got into all of that, that's when my life headed in a different direction. And why I am GO today
yeah.
without all of that hurt, pain, and sadness.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really big area to get past is that most people they stay in that pain, they stay in that hurt, they stay in that anger for the rest of their life. They're bitter, they never forgive. And I think that your life can't head into a positive direction until you learn to deal with your past.
Yeah. You have to deal with your past. And my therapist, she almost put me out because I didn't want to be telling. And the reason I didn't want to tell the truth at first, or even how I really felt, and how because it made me so vulnerable, and you had to feel that in order to get past it. Because I kind of like when my mom passed, I kind of like skipped over all that and put it to the
Mhm.
side. And you can't do that because it's gonna come back to haunt you. So I had to just say, okay, okay, don't put me out, please. I really do
Yeah.
need this help. You know. So
Yeah.
after she started asking me questions and giving me homework and stuff like that, I began to be very honest with myself and her and really answer all the questions. And I got free of it. I really
Right.
and I had to forgive a lot of people to get there, but I got there and
So
myself.
So you had to forgive not only other people, but you had to forgive yourself as well.
Right.
And I think that that's a
Yeah,
hard
for
thing to
all the
do.
stuff that right, for all the stuff and how I acted toward people and hurt people. I didn't beat nobody up or nothing like that, but I was pretty nasty. I can tell you
Yeah,
that. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? And I had to go back in fact to family members, and we all were because it all happened to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because it
Hmm.
was 8 of us, and I had to go back whether they understood me or not. I didn't care. I was just doing what my therapist told me to do so that I could get past all of that. And then I had to forgive myself because
Right.
I didn't want to be that person anymore. I wanted to be who you guys know me today, loving and caring and straightforward, to be honest,
Right.
with you. So, yeah.
But I think that that's one of the most difficult things to do, as a human being, how you were born and your family dynamic and all of that. It's hard to bust out of that and stand into your own when you're kind of used to like this safe mold. Like it's easy to stand still. It's easy to stand
Well,
still and do
yeah.
nothing. That's easy. So
Well,
what
see,
is it? What is it that makes you want to do better?
because once I didn't know how to do better, okay, but once I got into therapy and I got so far in it, maybe after 6 months, and this woman told me there was a better way and that I could feel better every day, and all I had to do was this, and this, and this. I started to work on it, and it was a journey. It wasn't like I went in there and I just forgave myself and everybody else. Now, it was a journey. It was one day at a time. It was telling myself, I forgive you, Gio, and I release all that pain to Jesus Christ. I forgive you, my sisters, my brothers, and that was a journey. I had to say that thing for almost a year,
Mm-hmm.
okay, because it wasn't that easy to forgive folks, and the hardest part was forgiving myself. But today, and I still say that to myself sometimes. I forgive you,
Mm-hmm.
G. When I do something crazy or say something or hurt somebody feeling, I still have to come back. It is
Yeah.
ingrained in me. I forgive you and I release you to your higher power and go back and apologize to this person. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's not it. No, Marlene, that's not easy to do. It was a journey, but I got there. And look at me today. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
my life is
Right.
headed to, I'm not dysfunctional like I used to be or thinking crazy. I'm thinking more healthier today. I know what I want and I know who I am. And
Right.
it's because of the work that I've done to
Right.
get to where I am today.
Right. And KC says moving out of the pain allows you to elevate to a positive level.
Right. I totally agree. The thing is recognizing that something is wrong. If you don't know that something is wrong, guess what, Marlene? You're gonna stay right there. You're gonna keep doing what you're doing, trying to do something better, but keep doing what you're doing and expecting the same results. And different results, but you keep getting the same. You have to admit to yourself, there's something wrong with this picture.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I admitted to myself. And I think that's when I broke down. And I'm not saying I had a breakdown like I was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. I'm talking about this breakdown. I felt helpless and tired. And I
Mm-hmm.
was just worn out. And I was just broken. And it took
Mm-hmm.
all of that for me to get to, for me to say, help me.
Right. Right. I came to not like yours. Mine was in a little different. Mine was after some of my issues with my eating disorder and all of that, I had to make a decision like, okay, Marlene, when are you going to learn to stop hurting yourself? And I think that you have to come to that level wherever you are in your life. You have to come to a level where you know, like I'm tired of being upset, I'm tired of being angry, and I know that I deserve better.
Right.
So I'm gonna
I know I deserve better.
right, I'm gonna add KC now too.
Hello,
Hey sis.
beautiful ladies. You guys
Hey,
look
Casey.
gorgeous today. You look
Yes,
beautiful.
thank you.
Yeah, I
So
see your shine. It's just shining up here. I had to come up here because I see all of this shining. I'm like, wow.
yes, so
Well, welcome.
Casey, same question applies to you. Um, how did you get to the journey to where you could start feeling good about yourself? Everybody's journey is different. Share a little bit about your testimony.
Well, I was listening to Gio's testimony, and there's so many similarities, and it's amazing. Congratulations for being able to come out of that space and just and shining. So for me, it was I've been sick my whole life and didn't know why. I was hit by a car when I was 6, so I've been sick ever since then, and nobody ever knew what was wrong with me. I was pretending, or I was just whatever. And so slowly but surely, after a while, it just became, as I got older, 17, 18, 20, 21, 30, it just wore me down to the negative. I didn't have anything to get out of bed for. I was in pain all the time. I was suffering. I still wasn't diagnosed. The doctors told me it was all in my head. I was crazy. I was fat. I need to lose weight, all of these things. And so when you don't have any support of family or friends or doctors or anybody, basically I was upset with God, and I told him so. It's not fair. All my friends are vacationing and having fun and getting married and doing all these things, and I'm stuck in the bed like a prisoner. And I realized that I had given up on myself, and I given up on God. I had put up this wall that was so huge that no love could go out and no love could come in. So when I started tearing down the walls of ugliness and sadness and pain and drama, because I was in the middle of all that, talking about, it was easier to reflect on somebody else and what they had going on, or their faults or their problems, than dealing with my own. So when I finally started, truly like meditating and praying, because they kept telling me you need to meditate. I'm like, I don't know how. So when I finally started learning how to meditate, and then, prayer goes along with that, and started breathing and started really just taking in the manifestation and thoughts and putting up like sticky notes everywhere, telling me that I am good enough. I am, healed. I am, so start speaking it into my life. That's when God spoke to me and said, I need you to let go, and I need you to be bare bones for me. And that means peeling all of these things away that you have built up around you, because I need you to love me unconditionally. Mm-hmm. And so once I had that conversation and that spark, things started changing in my life. And I started being able to get up off the couch, get up off the bed. I still felt bad, but I didn't let it drive my life.
Okay. So your journey was more from a pain level.
No, it was physical and mental pain.
Oh, physical.
The mental pain was worse. The mental pain is what caused the physical pain to be excruciating. You know what I'm talking about, Jill, when you have that physical pain, you got that, but then the layers of mental and spiritual pain made the other pain worse. But once you let go of all of the layers, and it was just physical, it seemed like you can deal with it a little bit better. And it wasn't as bad as you thought it was, because you had those different layers of intensity of pain.
Right. Wow. So how did you get to that point in your life, like where you were ready? Because a lot of times, so we know that we need to do better, we know we deserve better, and all of those things. But how did you get to the point where like you're ready to implement? I'm going to ask both of you.
I'll let Gio go first.
Well, for me, okay, how did I get to the point to do better for myself?
Yeah, like, okay, you want better, but how do you get to like, okay, I'm actually going to do this?
Well, first of all, this is my belief. I believe that God just broke me so that he could go on and do what he got to do. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, when they told me that I needed a therapist and I couldn't come back to work and make no money, Gio got real willing to go to that therapy. And I'm pretty sure God had a hand in that.
He was an angel up in there somewhere, huh?
Yeah.
Right. And when they told me that I couldn't come back to work and I didn't know how I was gonna pay my rent, baby, look here. Whatever that lady said to do at first, I was doing good until she started hitting on that pain. That's when I got the line. Okay. And then she told me if I did not stop and tell the truth about things, how I really felt, that I was not going to make it, and she was going to have to tell the people at my job. So then I said, don't put me out. And so I went on with that homework, and when I got back there, that's even my life even changed more
Wow.
because I just think it was just all it was a God thing because my therapist she was all about God, you know, and she was all about what I believed in and what I believed in as a kid. So I just think that God had his hand was holding me in the palm of his hand all the time because he know how I am, stubborn.
Come on.
So so what I did was, this is what I'm going to just, in conclusion, that was the best move that God did for me when he broke me down and sent me to my job. And then people told me I couldn't come back to work because, and then I had not used up all my PTO. So I had like a whole month, you see, of money that they was going to pay me with, but I still in my head did not want to go to that therapist and face that pain. But you know what, guys, after I got past some of the pain, I remember getting on my knees and saying, God, could you just take away some more
Mm-hmm.
so that I could do this thing? And that's when
That's powerful.
Whew.
That's powerful. You know, I got chills right now because when you talk about stubborn, and it's like you get used to the patterns of your behavior, and you don't want to do anything that's going to change what you're doing because this is what you want to do. God said, I don't care what you want to do. I'm gonna let you have your free will for right now.
I'm telling you,
then
guys.
it's gonna be
Wow.
mine. Yeah.
Listen, y'all. I don't think nobody was more stubborn than me.
I don't
really
know.
don't. I really don't.
I don't
Listen,
know.
I don't know, y'all, because the Marlene that y'all see right now, I wish y'all knew me about 10, 15
That's what I was
years
just
ago.
going to say. I was going to say the same thing. We are in a
This
place-
this calm, peaceful, considerate person that I am today was this was the clay forming and molding me. I used to be that girl, like every time, like you talk to me, I'd be like, I'm ready. Take off I'm ready to fight everybody, anybody.
Me
Like
too.
what you said to me, or who you think you are. And that was me.
Whoa.
I was always ready
Me
to
too.
fight and punch, but it was because I was trying to put up a front that covering up my pain. So
Right.
how I handled it was attacking other people.
That's same. Exactly. I'm not taking no stuff off nobody. I call it the what is that saying that I used this saying the other day, now I can't remember. Hair standing on the, you know how hair stands up on a cat?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I was on end, like on the end of my everything was on end. Everything was like popping off. Everything was like reactive. It was all reactive all the time.
Yeah.
There was never no proactiveness. This is one of the things that I've been talking about probably for the last 2 weeks is proactive and reactive. I used to be the most reactive person because being reactive is a survivor. Your survivor mode, you're going to react to this and react to that. When you grow out of that situation and you become a thriver, you start being proactive. And so you start looking at your health, looking at your mental state. What can I do to fix that? You know, and so the reactiveness is, everything else. Our fault, men, women, and children.
Yes.
I was not, and I always wonder why people didn't want to be around me. Why come I don't have no support? I'm sick. Don't they need to see I'm sick? And they don't want to be around me. What is wrong with them? I'm sick. Mm-hmm. Well, I wouldn't want to be around me either. Mm-hmm. And I will tell you that when God separated me and moved me out of where I was from, where I had to be alone, not here in Florida, but when I bought my house in Kansas City, I moved to the suburbs. And there was a place in that area. It was a metaphysical shop. And I never knew really anything about that. So I walked in the store, and as soon as I walked in, I smelled the incense and the oils and the calmness. And I just had to be there. I was like, what is this place? The vibrations of the crystals, the vibrations of the spirit, the people that were there, the oils, everything draw. And then I started learning how to meditate because the owner, she became my mentor, my Reiki mentor. She taught me about, meditation and the spirituality of Reiki and how to heal yourself and how to calm yourself. because I used to have panic attacks all the time and be in the hospital, to learn how to calm myself and meditate. And when I was able to calm my spirit, God started being able to talk to me, because He's like, look, I can only talk to you in your dreams because you don't never give me no time. And so I was able to stop and give God time. And so that's when my life started changing, is when I started stopping and being quiet and giving God time and praying and meditating. And then, pulling out my Bible and then having my candles and saying, you know what? Stop giving everybody else your time. You're the matriarch of the family. That's what I gave myself. But no, that I'm the people that use as a doormat, because I would be willing to do their stuff because they didn't have to do it. But when you stop being willing and you start feeding and pouring into your own spirit and having self-care and self-love, it's not being selfish. It's that, you know what? I need time for me and I don't have time for you. I'm sorry. And in the beginning, it was very difficult for the people around me to understand that the no is got no explanation. I don't need to tell you anything else. So when I started being able to stand up for myself and give myself time and grow with God, that's how I was able to move out of that situation.
Right. Right. I think for myself personally, being the last child, sometimes it kind of gets a kind of name, like when you're the youngest, you're the most spoiled and stuff. But because I was the youngest, I was always put in the role, okay, take care of everybody's kids, do this for this person, do this for that person. But I never had time for me because everybody had always assigned me to do things. So I was never like in the mode to like, okay, what does Marlene want to do? Because Marlene always had to do for everybody else. So I had to get to a point where like, hold on, it's time for me to stop doing what everybody else wants and time for me to look at the things that I want to do. And I think that that's an important conversation that God had to speak to me one day. Like, okay, Marlene, when are you going to begin your life?
Right.
Your life can't, not that you're not there for your family members and things, but how long are you going to be in your life, like helping everybody else? What point are you going to help yourself? At what point are you going to be joyful? You can't live and thrive off somebody else's joy. You got to possess your own.
Sir, I see empathicness between the both of you. I'm an empath. And so being an empath, we tend to take on everybody else's baggage, and then your shoulders get heavier and heavier and heavier because you don't know how to protect yourself from other people's energy sometimes. And so sometimes you conform to the energy instead of backing away from it. And so I had to get rid of that other people's baggage. It wasn't mine to carry. It wasn't my burden. I felt stressed out because of their situation. It wasn't mine. So learning how to not take on other people's stuff, that's what helped. I have a spine condition and I'm taking on everybody else's stuff. My body just bent over and I'm feeling terrible. And so when I started going, you know what? Put my shoulders back and my head up and saying, you know what? That is not mine. That's yours. I'm going to pray for you, but I can't take on anything else because that's not my burden to carry.
Right.
Amen.
I think that's a journey of self-love in itself, learning to speak up and say no. Say this is my time, or to be able to say I need some help, because I think sometimes when we are empaths and we're there to support other people, we never learn to ask for things that we want because we're so busy giving to other people.
That's self-reclaim.
True.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true, because it was a journey. It was a journey learning how to rethink. To get away from how you used to think healthier. That's a journey within itself. And learning, I really learned quick though, y'all, to say, oh wait, that ain't about me. That's about you. And I ain't bothered with that. And I can walk away. I had to learn that quickly because I was carrying other people's stuff. I was carrying my mama's stuff, my daddy's stuff. All that stuff don't belong to me. That belong to y'all. And once I realized that, then I started when people would talk to me, I said, don't be trying to give me your stuff. because that's not mine. I can't do anything about it, but I can tell you how I got through it. But I'm not.
And I can pray for you. And I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for you. That's what I tell. I'm gonna pray for you.
Yeah, thank you. Because I can't. I can barely hold my own stuff, y'all. So how I'm gonna do y'all?
Yes.
I'm barely, there for me. Not barely. I'm more. I'm talking about when I was going through and learning.
Right.
I was barely there for myself. So I it wasn't no way I was gonna go back a year when I had came forward a year. And that's why you guys always hear me say on my live, I can't let you take me back there. Yeah. Because it was too hard, too sad, too painful. I'm not going back there. I will block you out of my life.
In the name of Jesus.
Come on.
You wasn't there when all that stuff happened in my life. You wasn't there when I darn near lost my life. You wasn't there when I cried them many, many rivers. Nobody was there but the man upstairs. And that's whose I am. I'm a precious child of God. That saved my life. And y'all hear me say that on my lives all the time. I give God the glory because I already know it wasn't none of y'all.
Yes.
Now he put people in my life to help me. Now, see, that's what God does best. He puts people in your life to help you. He puts people in your life for a season. He puts people in your life forever. He puts people in your life. You have to recognize the opportunity when it comes your way. And Gio, what? Okay, and today I'm still willing to learn. I'm still willing to learn how to be healthy. I'm still willing to look at myself and say, "Oh no, girl, you got to go the other way. That's going backwards." I ain't trying to go backwards. I'm trying to go on the beaches of the world.
Yeah, I can say that too.
Right, I never thought that was possible. That I, Gio, would have my own business. Before recovery, never thought it was possible. Never thought that I would meet people like Tim Dropnik, who's a genius, who's a millionaire, who has helped me. Now, if I would have never asked God to help me, or he didn't break me down, y'all, I would not have today. And you think I'm gonna let somebody that come in here that don't want nothing and try to take me where I used to be? I'm sorry, guys. Goodbye.
Yep. You ain't even gotta say nothing. And just be quiet and keep it moving. I'm not wasting my energy to tell you bye. I'm just gonna be. I'm gonna just be gone. You like, where'd she go?
Yep. And one of the best things that I learned in the journey of my life is that every thing that people say, you don't have to have a response to it. I feel like that was one of the biggest self-growing and mature things that I ever learned to experience, that everything that somebody says to you, you don't have to take it in and bring it into your spirit. You can just push it back and say, no, that's yours. That's not mine. I don't accept that. I don't receive it. I learned to rebuke things like, no, that's not of God. And that's not of Marlene. I had to learn, push that back to yourself, that, that's your own demons that you're struggling with. It's not mine. So we got to learn to put things in place, because before I used to take it in when somebody would say something to me, belittle me. And then I would be like, is that true? Am I really that? I would start to question my worthiness based on how somebody else, where they were in the journey of their life.
Their opinions don't matter. Their opinions of you don't matter. Once you learn that piece of it, because, when we talked about that on my channel, when other people's opinions don't matter about you, but when you don't know that and you're receiving that, if somebody doesn't like you and they're telling you that you're some kind of way, and you're not, but you're in that mindset of But I was in the point where I was cussing people out, telling them off, beating them up, whatever. You start talking about me, I'm coming to your house. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
And so I had to learn real fast. God said, be quiet. I fight your battles. I'm tired of you thinking that you're gonna go do something, and every time you do, I need you to let me fight your battles. And that I realize is stronger. That's the stronger thing that you could ever be, is be quiet and allow God to fight your battles.
Right.
Marlene, sweetie, I'm gonna go, but I thank you for letting me up really quick. I appreciate you, beautiful ladies, and I'm gonna come back and watch the replay of the rest of this once it's done.
Okay, sure.
But,
I appreciate you for coming up.
Yes.
Thanks.
Y'all have
Thanks,
a wonderful
Casey.
day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I don't know.
There you go. Yeah, congratulations. Hey, Kiki, welcome to membership. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. So, Gio, I'm just gonna keep you for like 1 or 2 more minutes. Are you frozen or is mine frozen?
No, I'm not frozen.
Okay. So the question that I have, and it can be the last question. I don't know if you need to hop off or what. Do you need to come off?
No, I don't.
Okay. So the question that I have for you, okay, so you've went through the journey and you've explained where you were, how you got to where you are. Now the next level is, what is next for you? Because that's the question that most people have, is like, okay, now I've done everything I need to do. I worked on myself. I'm doing things. So what is the next level? What's the next level after you accomplish getting to what you want to do? Now, what is next? And that's what I have for ask you, Gio.
Well,
what's next for you?
Well, to continue to praise God for my life, to continue to tell people how I made it, okay, that it just wasn't me, to continue on the journey of my biggest thing that I really want to do is to make that 100K a month. I'm continuing to work on that journey. I've been with this home business since 2016, and I believe that this is the business that's going to take me there. Okay, to continue to better myself. Okay, and within after recovery, and then maybe a good 10 years after that of being in recovery, I really got some good friends, and I want to continue to keep my friends, you know what I'm saying? And I want to continue to be better, to be a better Gio, to be a better friend, to be a better mother, to be better everything, And one of the things that my life is headed toward is to travel and be on the beaches of the world. Baby, that's my thing ever since I was 7 years old. And that's where I'm headed to, is to enjoy my life, to really enjoy my life and enjoy my friends and family. That's it for me.
Right. Well, for me, I was to a point where I was so upset, sad, angry, carrying all the burdens of myself and my family that I never had even lived or experienced. And for me, one of the best lessons I ever learned is learning that I'm enough, knowing that I'm good enough, that I have a purpose, that I am somebody, that I'm a woman of worth, that I am somebody that people look up to. And when you know that you have a purpose and a drive to your life, now you can move forward. So that's where I am now. I always want to continue to be a good example to other people. Always want to be a good, just saying things is one thing, but it's another thing to do it. And that's really hard, because sometimes I'm like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to be a mentor. I don't want to do right. Sometimes we don't always want to do the right thing, but you feel better about yourself and you gain respect from other people as well as yourself. I like that I can look at my life right now and be like, I'm proud of me. I'm doing very good. I'm doing much better than I was a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And I think that that's important, to look at your life and you should see a progression. You shouldn't be going backwards.
No, you should not be going backwards. And I'm glad that you mentioned that you're good enough, because you are, Marlene. You're good enough to do whatever you want. So am I. And one of the other things I didn't mention is I know my worth, just like you, Marlene. I know my worth. I know who I am today, and I'm okay with who I am. And I love myself just like I am. I don't have to be anybody else or think like anybody. I am Gio. I belong to. I'm a precious child of God. That's all I can tell y'all. And when you get to the point and you done made it, then you'll know what I'm speaking of. It's hard to put in words, but you just love yourself, and I love God who loves me, and that's all I need to know. I'm happy with that.
Right. And what I love about myself now, I love that I can see the good and potential in other people, whereas before I could only see like, oh, I'm jealous. Oh, look at her. Who does she think, or who does he think he is? I don't feel like I'm less because somebody is doing something good or somebody has something good happen to them. I'm not jealous or envious of when people progress. I like to see people get blessed. I'm like, yes, get your blessing, get your, do better. I like to see like people who maybe weren't good parents. Now they start learning the tools and now they're a good mom. They're a good dad. They become a better sister, better, cousin, aunt. I like to see people elevate their lives. And that's what I'm about. I like to see people go from reverse and now they're in drive. They got their foot on the gas. Take off. I feel like that's the most important thing about a journey of people's life, is that you're progressing, you're doing better, you're not making excuses. You deserve better, and then you do what it takes to do it. And I think that's where I get stuck sometimes. And you know me, like, oh, I get stuck on that sometimes. Like, I know what I need to do, and then you be like, go ahead. I'm a person that I need a nudge sometimes, and Gio helps me with that. Like, girl, go and do that. But then when I do it, I'm like, yeah. So I think that's important. I think that is.
Yeah. And you know what? You never know how creative you are until you start doing something. It's like my mentor. She told me. She said, why are you asking me if you could do this and that and that? Do you know how creative you are? And I'm like, well, now I wanted to, everything I wanted to do, I wanted to tell her about it before I did it. And she told me that I didn't have to do that I was very creative and that I was going to make it no matter what. She knew that I was going to be something, in this affiliate world that I am today. And it all came true because I just trusted in me, you know what I'm saying, and believed in me. And then I started to believe in my worth. When you start to believe in yourself, you can do anything you want. Trust me on that.
Yep.
And all I want to see is others make it.
Yep. I believe that 100%. Yeah.
I want to see Marlene make it. Everybody over there at Team Build with Gio. I keep telling y'all, we ain't gonna stop. And I never say I. My favorite word is we. We ain't gonna stop till we make it. And that is what we're going to do.
Right. And one of the things that I love about our relationship, and I love the relationship that I have with so many strong and powerful women, is that I don't have to put you down, or I don't have to be like, oh, who does Gio think she is? You can see the potential in somebody else. And then I can say, hey, Gio, I think this would be a good idea for you to do. It doesn't take anything away from ourselves to see somebody else's value. I can elevate somebody else because I know my worth and my value. So that's how I can. You can lift up another queen or another king because you know yours. You know what yours is,
Right.
Hey, Carla, welcome.
Yeah. like Marlene, I always tell Marlene, you're one of the best interviewers I know. This is what you are here for. God has given you so many great talents. Girl, go out there and do your thing. I'm right here. No, unless, excuse me, guys, I'm so sorry.
Okay,
Unless it's
this is it.
Inez. Anyway, that was my sister asking me a question. But
It's okay.
but I just think that okay, I was talking about Marlene and she was the best interviewer I know. It was asked of me, who did I admire? What YouTuber? That's what it was. Who
Hmm.
I admired the most, and I told them Marlene, living your best life,
That
because
surprised
she
me.
is all that and a bag of chips. Okay, she is a good friend to me. You know, Marlene knows her stuff. Don't let her fool you. I have to go
Mhm.
look up a topic and find out what it's about. Not Marlene. That's her talent. God gave her that. And I'm
Mhm.
here as her friend to make sure she uses it.
Yeah.
You
And I
know?
and I think sometimes, Gio, that sometimes we get so afraid of what somebody else is going to think about what we do. But we got to learn to stand in our worth and be like,
Right,
stand in your shoes, be like, this is my gift. This is my talent. This is my
right,
blessing. And I got to do this, because not only you
right.
have to learn that other people are looking at you, whether we know that or not. Because some people are looking
Mm,
at you as a mentor, as a friend. So you have to do it to get to that level for other
right.
people.
Okay, well, you know what? I have to go now because my family just came over. That's who,
Yes, I know. I was just
so
about
I
to say that.
right. So thank you so much for letting me come up here and and just remind myself of how good it is for me today and where my life is headed. Thank you so much, Marlene, and bye bye to the chat.
No problem,
Bye,
Gio.
everybody.
Blessings.
Okay,
Bye.
bye bye.
Yes, guys. So that was Casey and Gio. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I just want to tell you guys, man, no matter where you are in your life, no matter where you are in your life, there's always something that we want to do. Don't be afraid of that. Just go ahead and be who you are. Be who you are. Who you are is good enough. Who you are is somebody special and valuable and important. And you got to learn to love you wherever you are. Love yourself wherever you are. Know that you're enough. Know that you're able and capable. You're somebody important. You're somebody of worth, even if people around you don't believe it. But you have to believe in yourself. You got to believe that your ideas are good enough. You got to believe that. Believe in you. And when you believe it, other people will follow the process and the progress of your life. But don't wait on other people so that you can elevate. There's sometimes you have to be the role model. You have to be the example. Like, oh, I see this person doing whatever it is what you want to do, whether going to school or traveling, enjoying life, trying something new, losing weight, taking care of your health. We always can do better for ourselves. And even going into the area of our finances, we can always improve in every aspect of our life, improving our health, our hair, our teeth, every part of our life we can elevate. And we also got to learn that we got to elevate our mind. Elevate your mind, progress, do better. We got to feed into ourselves and we got to take care of us too. Sometimes you got to unplug from the world and just spend some time on you, doing some things that you like, doing some things that you enjoy. And sometimes that means telling family members, your kids, a job, whoever, know that this is my time. I need this time for me. I need this time to think. I need this time to be. I need this time for me to think what it is that I want to do. And that's how we enjoy and elevate in our lives, because we are taking the time to go back into ourselves. And that's one of the things that I did. And sometimes we think maybe I'm too old to try things, and we may get into that. You're never too old to try something new. You're never too old to develop healthy habits in your finances, in your spirit, in your physical. Every aspect of your life we can improve in. We can improve it, have better finances, but you have to put in the work. You got to believe in you and know that you're deserving and worthy of it. You are deserving and worthy of more. You're deserving of the overflow. I talk about this all the time, guys, about abundance and how we have to have the abundant mindset and thinking. We have to believe that we can draw in the positive. Anything that you want to change in your life, anything you want to change in your life, you can do it. Anything. It does not matter. If your finances is not where you want it to be, change it and improve it. If your health is not good, change it and improve it. Whatever it is that you want to do in your life, elevate, progress. It's all about thriving, but you got to have that in your mind, the abundant thinking, the abundant mindset, and know that you're deserving of more. You deserve more. You deserve better. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to thrive. If something is wrong in your life, if you have not smiled today, nobody can give you that. You got to give yourself that. No matter who is around. Hey, Edward. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. We all deserve more, but you got to draw that in by your thinking, by who you surround yourself by. Who do you look at as a friend? Are they encouraging and loving and supportive of you? Are they giving you that boost in the arm, uplifting you, helping adjust your crown in your queen or your kingdom? We have to look at that as well. Look at the people who we call our friends. Look at our thinking. We always have to constantly evaluate. Am I doing what I'm supposed to do? Am I progressing? Am I receiving my blessings? Because sometimes we can block our blessings by listening to other people. Sometimes other people may not see what we see, because they don't have our vision. They don't have our thrive. They don't have what we have. They haven't been through your journey. They haven't walked in your shoes. They don't know what it's like to be you. And that's okay. Nobody is going to be you but you. We got to learn that it's okay. It's okay to be different. It's okay to try something new. It's okay. But we got to learn in our journey of our life. If something is not making you happy, if other people are not supporting you, pull back from those people. Pull back from those people. That's right, Donna. I wish I could say this through one of those big microphones. Only be around the people with your same mindset. People who are going to push you, elevate you, support you, all of those things. That's what you need, you want, and deserve. Emphasis on deserve. Know that you deserve better. You do. You deserve better. But first, you got to believe it. Put it into your heart. Receive it. And then do what it takes to elevate. Do what it takes for you to get to the next level in your life. A lot of times we may believe that we deserve better, but we're not doing anything to make it happen. What are you doing to make it happen what you want? Are you standing still? Are you in the same position that you were last year this time? Even if it's only little progressive things, maybe working on your weight, maybe joining a gym, doing something that you enjoy, focusing on your spiritual need and your spiritual desires, working on your finances, not only, fixing maybe debt or working on having a portfolio, but we have to do better for ourselves, but we have to want it. And we got to put it into practice. What do you want? And what am I willing to do to make it happen? We have to be responsible for ourselves. If we don't do what it takes, if we don't try to do new things, that's what you're going to get. Hey, Edward Smart, welcome in. Drop exclamation points member to have your link dropped. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Hey, Carla, happy Sunday to you. How are you doing? Yes, amen, amen, amen. And I just want to speak to you guys because I know that we are progressive people. We're people who want to elevate, and we are supportive of other people, but loving ourselves enough to know I deserve better. I am worth better. And you deserve to receive your blessings. So go out and get your blessing. But it means that you're going to work hard. You're going to do what it takes. You're going to believe in yourself. You're going to keep trying, succeed, keep trying until it works. It's just a matter of time. But it's about consistency, persistent and consistent. That's what it's all about. As long as you are consistent and persistent, anything in your life will succeed. Anything, whatever you want, it will succeed if you are consistent and persistent. We got to learn to not give up on ourselves so easy. Just because it's hard, that shows. Okay, how much do you want it? We have to make that decision, how much we want things. We got to make that decision. How much do you want success? How much do you want to thrive? How much do you want to possess joy? How much do you love yourself? How much are you willing to do to be able to get where you want to go? Put that in your mind, make a plan, and then put it into practice. That's what it's all about. I'm not just telling you guys this. It's something that I'm living right now in this moment, not just saying practice, put it, and do it. No, I'm actually following my own advice. And it's hard, guys. It's so difficult sometimes because, family members, friends, maybe you got to work, but whatever you want to do, not anybody else, whatever you want to do, how strong is that desire? Can you see? I always say, can you visualize? Can you see yourself living in that, having what it is that you want? You got to visualize. Nobody can't give that to you. Nobody can't make you see things and want things and do things. We got to have that inside of ourselves. We got to push ourselves, push yourself to the limit and say, I deserve this. I receive it. I claim it. Receive it, claim it, and grab onto your blessing. See, we got to learn to grab onto the blessing that is ours, grab onto our blessing. And I want you guys to know that when you don't take on your blessings, it can be taken away. We can block our own blessings. We can block our own blessings by not jumping on things that we know we need to do. Sometimes we get a little complacent. We get lazy. We think, oh, I have time, or I'll try to do that later. And we get back, we get comfortable. But we have to remember, you got to move from comfortable into uncomfortable. Nothing that you want in your life, nothing that you want in your life, you can achieve by standing still. You got to move, shake, grind, hustle, but make it happen. We got to make it happen. And it can only happen if we want it. Do you want it? What do you want for your future? What do you want for your life? Where do you want to progress? Who do you want to be? What do you want your life to look like? What do you want your life to look like? That's a personal question. Only you can answer. What do you want your finances to look like? How do you want your health to be? How much joy do you want to possess? How much? How much? How much do you want to be you? Thank you, Flowback. Appreciate that. Keep being you. At the end of the day, nobody can be you. Nobody can have your personality. So keep putting and pouring love into yourself. Remember, it's okay. Be unique. Be unique. Be yourself. Know that you are valuable. Thank you so much, Donna. Have a great weekend. We got to learn that we're enough. You are enough. You're deserving of better. You're somebody important and special. So go out there and do it. And that's why I wanted to do this stream, to not only encourage you, but to encourage myself. Where is your life headed? Where is your life going? It's a personal question. What do you want to do with your life? Where do you want to go? What do you want to accomplish? What do you want your life to look like? How much joy do you want to possess? How do you want your finances to do? You know, it's all up to us. It's a personal choice, 100% personal choice. Nobody can make things happen to us but us. We got to choose to forgive ourselves. We have to choose to have a progressive mindset. We have to put in the hard work. If your life is not going the way you want it to go, I have to be accountable for me. You have to be accountable for you. You. And nobody can make it happen but you. So don't be angry at other people. Don't blame other people. How your life is looking right now is all dependent on you, your mindset, your grind, and make it happen. That's all. End of story. And we're not going to be people who make excuses. We're not going to be people who blame other people. We're going to be positive, put in the hard work, make things happen. Whatever you want for your life to look like, whatever you want to do, see, we have to visualize, actualize what we want. You got to see it. Can you visualize? You got to see yourself there. See yourself progressing. See yourself happy. See yourself joyful. See yourself doing and being the life that you want. Can you see it? If you can't see it and visualize it and put in the hard work, it won't happen. Our lives is only going to be as successful as we allow, because it's all about what we in here. What do I think about me? What do I think I deserve? A lot of times we don't think we deserve better. We don't think we can do things, but we have to change our way of thinking from negative into positive. Even if you don't have certain things, if you want it, you can make it happen. You got to speak it into existence, and then you got to believe it. Do you believe when you say what it is that you want? You got to believe it. Nobody else can believe your hopes and your dreams but you. Nobody. And I want the best for all of you guys. Just like I give myself my pep talk every morning. I love myself. I love me. I love Marlene. I love who I am. I love who I can touch. I love the impact of my life. I love my positivity. And I want you guys to say that to yourself. I love me. I love the impact of my life. I have the potential to progress and be better and do better. Thrive. I want you guys to be thrivers, achievers. But first, you got to believe. First, believe it. Put it in your mind. Let it penetrate down to your heart. And then go out there and make it happen. Go out there and make it happen, my people. Make it happen. I want the best for all of you guys. Oh, thank you. Just Vlogging Life. Appreciate you, sis. Carla, I love that. Thank you for my 2 new members tonight. Thank you, guys. And my new members, drop your link All you have to do is put !member and your link will be dropped. Yes, Edward. Manifest. Manifest, manifest, manifest. We have to understand that what we put in our mind is what you think about. What you think about is what you become. It says, so as a man thinketh, that is what ye shall become. You only are going to become what you think, what you believe, and what you put the work into it. Manifest it. Manifest, manifest, my people, my brothers and sisters. Manifest. That's work. Put in the work and make it happen. Yes, make it happen. If it hasn't happened, do what it takes to make it happen. Do what it takes. What we say, what do successful people do? They do whatever it takes to gain the success. If something is not working for you, keep working at it until it happens. Find the people who are actually doing it. Emulate them. Mentor them. But if we really want to do something, we can. See, a lot of times we just say we want to do things, but then we don't do anything about it. We don't do anything about it. We don't do anything about it. We just, how many people do that for years? We talk about, oh, I want to do this, or I want to travel. Oh, here's another one. We're waiting on other people to get our blessing. We want to travel. We want to try something new, but you're waiting. It's like people who say they're waiting on a friend or they're waiting on a spouse. And I'm not trying to downplay it, but what if that you never get that friend or you never get that husband? What if you don't? Are you going to go through your whole life not achieving and believing because you're waiting for a certain thing when you're ready right now? If you're ready for something, go out and do it. Enjoy your life. Become blessed. Don't wait for your joy. Don't wait for your blessing. Whatever you want to do, you can do. And believe that as a fact. But we have to believe that. Yes, I love actualize. Actualize. I've got to actualize our potential. And we got to accentuate the positive as well. We have to. Yes. I appreciate all of you guys so much for, being here. And I thank so much Casey Detox Steve for coming up on the panel, opening up her heart and sharing her personal and private journey. That's why I love this platform. And I love that I use my platform to share other people's story. I love that I can encourage somebody. I love that somebody else can learn from someone else. We all can learn from each other. What did they do? What did they get over? And sometimes it's like a shot in the arm. It's a boost, a motivator, an uplifter. We can change the trajectory of our lives, elevate to a higher level, get to your higher level. If only you would believe that you deserve a higher level. You do. You deserve a higher level of life, a higher level of living, a higher level of joy, a higher level of peace. Get to your higher level. But we first, I believe, we deserve a higher level. I deserve a higher level. I receive a higher level. I bring in a higher level. I surround myself with people who are going to get me to that higher level. I believe in my potential and my blessings. I receive my blessings. You receive your blessings. You receive your blessings. Receive them. Claim them. Actualize. Put it into your brain. Lock it in. Remind yourself, I deserve the overflow. I deserve the abundance. I claim my abundance. I claim my blessing. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to make it happen. You do what it takes to make it happen. You do what it takes and make it happen. That's all I can say to everybody. You guys do what it takes to make it happen. And I wish you all peace. I wish you all forgiveness and blessings. I wish you all peace. That's one of the best possessions that we all can have. We got to be at peace with ourselves. We got to learn to forgive ourselves. We got to learn to forgive other people that hurt us and harm us and want us to have a downfall. Well, I bless them. I don't curse the people who want my downfall. Sometimes people want to step on you. They want to step on you so that they can elevate. But people have to understand you can't block. You can't block and stop what God has started. I claim that and I receive it. I am covered. I am covered. And He protects me and loves me. He protects and loves me. And the same thing for you. Whatever you want to do, keep on working and grinding towards what you want to do. Love yourself enough to know that you deserve better. Thank you, Charlene. I claim it. I claim it and receive it. And I want all of you guys to claim it and receive it. Thank you, Miss Full Roller. I appreciate all of you guys for being here today. I really enjoyed this. I feel like my heart feels lighter. I feel like I'm radiating my positive energy and sending it to you guys. I send you guys positive energy. Let go. Stop holding back. Walk into your blessings. Receive it. See your vision. Actualize it and make it happen. Those are my final words that I want to say to you guys. I thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Amen. Say that God protects us. He puts real people in your life and not crazy people. You know, Boss Life Online, I used to wear myself out, worrying about the people who hurt me and harmed me and wished ill for me. But if we just look around, open your eyes and see the people who are there to bless you. Don't worry about the people who curse you, the people who want your downfall. Block out the negativity. Block out the negativity and just walk forward and be who you are. And you know, and people hate that. When people see that they can't affect you, oh, that burns them up. It burns them up. It's like a fire boiling, like a volcano. Oh, and they're so angry. But it's okay. Nobody can stop what is for you, what is really for you when you put in that work and it's in your heart and God is covering you and blessing you. Nobody can stop that. This is mine. This is my possession. Nobody can take what is for me. This is mine. Just like you have something that is yours. Protect it. Protect your peace. Protect your mind. Protect your heart and move forward. Move forward and don't worry about other people. We got to learn to embrace who we are. We have to learn to embrace what we want to do. We have to learn to work on our own goals and stop worrying about the fear or what other people think or comparing our lives and our age and everything and all of our baggage. And if we're enough and we're questioning and we're questioning and we're questioning, no. Spend less time questioning and more time in doing. Do, be, become. Yeah. Surround yourself with that positive energy. You can do it. I believe in you and know you deserve it. Thank you guys so much for coming. I'm Marlene, and I am the content creator for Living Your Best Life. And on this channel, I talk about positive topics, motivation, story times, life lessons, and live streams like this on Sundays at the Sunday Talk Show. And on Thursdays at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have an audio-only stream for 45 minutes, and Boss Life Online goes first. And we just are just going to share what we have on our heart. It's just a heart to heart motivation, inspirational talk. So I appreciate you guys for being here at all my streams. Thank you to all my members, my moderators, and all my subscribers. I thank you guys so much. Thank you for encouraging me and motivating me to continue to do what I do every week. I appreciate all of you guys. Move forward, believe in yourself, and love you. Love yourself enough to have peace, joy, forgiveness, and moving forward with progression in your life. I wish you all the blessings that you deserve, but we have to believe it. And like I say, every single video, live stream, just know it. Just breathe it and be it and live your best life. Bye, guys.